Imagine this scene. You start a new journey in any field, it doesn't matter. Fitness, business, Muay Thai, whatsoever. You start a new journey and you are so ashamed of your starting condition that you don't proceed. Well, I talked about this, I did an example few videos ago. But today, this is what happened, and well, I want to share with you because it's so important, in my opinion, to reframe this concept, this limiting belief, because on the long term, this will stop you to achieve what you want, literally. Okay, what happened today? Actually, today and yesterday. Yesterday, I had a new client. I did the onboarding because I decided to take new clients in the gym for these 2-3 months. And she was literally so ashamed of her body that I said, and she doesn't have a bad body, to be honest. Yes, of course, it's not the top model, fitness bikini, etc. Yes, but of course, is not. Is like way higher than the average person. So yeah, so she was so ashamed of her body that I told her we should take, the pictures for the body check in order to see your initial condition, to check every month as usual, like everyone does. And well, I told her that if she doesn't feel comfortable, I won't share them, of course. And because I collaborate with two women, basically, I can even not see the pictures if she prefers, and I can let the other girls that work with me to check those pictures. But she was so ashamed. She was like, no, it's just that I don't like how I see myself, how I saw myself. And well, this is something that is so big for me because, my journey didn't start well because I felt ashamed for myself. And a couple of videos ago, when I talked about imperfect actions, basically was the same. I talked like about an old story when I started Muay Thai that I felt so bad for my starting point that I didn't want to go there. And this is so common, so common. Today, another example. Basically, I'm developing like a new project, like a new stuff, like I'm talking these days about a totally different project, but of course always related to the lifestyle and living la dolce vita, literally. And well, this time is not about the body, but a close person to me, like a really close person that like I share so many things in my life with this person. Basically, she was ashamed to show her notes. Basically, I was talking about journaling, this kind of stuff, because it's not just about the body. There is even the mind to take care. And well, I was like, okay, let's try to share these things. Show me what you did, like what did you register, what did you take notes about, etc. And she was like, no, I need to rewrite it in a good way because, I don't like how they are. I was like, doesn't matter. I don't need to show anyone. I don't care if they are messy, etc. And she is a very organized person. But the point of this thing is we live in a world that apparently is so perfect that we are ashamed to be natural. Like, to be imperfect, to be not perfect is a form of shame nowadays. Like, no one is perfect, first of all. But being ashamed of being human, of being not perfect, and not starting the thing, so even getting in a worse condition, because if we don't start something, we don't improve, we go back. And this impacted me so much for the simple reason that I saw myself last year when I was doing Muay Thai, and I was like, oh my god, this is terrible, like terrible for the mental health. And well, when I started to do Muay Thai, I was in a very, very bad mental place, to be honest. I had like zero confidence. I felt like just not enough, worse, like all my life was like a mess at that point. I felt so bad. So I can just imagine those people, like, okay, for the fitness journey, I understand that the body is something that people are very not comfortable with. But even with the notes, like notes that you wouldn't share with anyone else, that you don't care, like she knows me, and she knows how messy I am, like how I am during the daily life. I mean, if you follow me, you see every day how messy I am. And I mean, except for small periods of time, I generally don't care anymore. Because, I'm human. I'm like, I don't care. I do shit. And sometimes I make mistakes, even talking. So I don't care. I mean, it's normal. But thinking that so many people are affected by this perfection syndrome of nowadays, even cause of social media, because, in social media, everything is perfect. Imagine, like, how to say, let's do another example. Imagine to have an apple. You have an apple that is perfect, like brilliant, like amazing in front of, but behind is just rotten, like is a mess, is literally is rotten, is like not good anymore. Imagine this. This is the social media. We show our perfect facade whatsoever, and behind the scene that is a mess. We are so ashamed. And well, this is the perfect example to create, like let's say, behavior disorders. I don't know how to explain a better way. Like, if we always show up with a facade without showing our real self, we will feel so uncomfortable in front of other people that we won't live like a good life. Even because, for example, imagine a relationship. In a relationship, you feel good because you can show yourself. The problem is that you can show your real self, but just after a while. Because at the beginning, you will feel like you need to show your perfect side. This is the problem. And I mean, I've been there. I did the same. I can't say no. I showed my best part, etc. And the problem is that then I was so ashamed of showing my real self, my messy action, my messy life, etc., that I was like struggling. Of course, after a while, especially if you spend years with people that you love, well, you show your sides. But that's why then in love, in a good relationship, we feel so good because we can show our real self. And nowadays in this world, no one looks like to be allowed to be themselves. This is the problem. So, well, I was trying to be myself, because exactly, this is another example. I wasn't very comfortable on starting social media because I wanted to show up in a perfect way, for the simple reason that I felt so judged, so criticized. But I mean, this was like for some events in my life, I felt so bad that I didn't want to show up imperfect on social media, on YouTube, on whatsoever. And well, now I feel much better to show my messy life, my binge eatings, my stuff, my messy body, because even my body I show, and to be honest, I don't feel comfortable at all with it when I show, like during the day. Even like when I do the body check after the workout that is in pump, etc., like a bit, let's say, more shredded, of course, is the workout, etc. But even there, I don't feel comfortable like last year when I was feeling very good. But the point is, this world is so fake in a certain way that we feel like we can't show up anymore, and this will block so many things in life. Imagine how many occasions will you lose, and did you lose as well, just for being ashamed of showing up. I was one of the people that in the school I never raised my hand because I was feeling so ashamed of asking silly questions. And this is something that is stuck in my mind my whole life, even at uni. At uni, just the last couple of years, when I was very confident, like I was a hurricane, like I was like crazy, like literally crazy. Except that point, I was never asking a question because I felt so ashamed. Imagine to live a life like this. And you know that so many people are affected by that. That's why what I want to do with my channel is show up as a real imperfect person, a real messy person. Yes, it's a self-improvement journey. So I'll try to improve and to go better and better and better, of course. But the point is that I want to show my mistakes because people looks like feeling uncomfortable with their mistakes, and this will block their progression, their life. And I don't want that. I want that people can understand the real importance of being themselves, of being natural, because this world is just fake. It's not perfect at all. Everyone is not perfect at all. And nowadays, when I see someone that is so perfect, I tend to be careful with those people because some bad experiences that I had. But the point is, guys, please don't be ashamed of yourself. No one is perfect. No one is so confident that is perfect. I mean, some people are, not because they are perfect, because they are like over conceptualizing themselves. But yeah, no one is perfect. Keep being yourself. Guys, keep doing what you want to do. Go to the gym, try to improve yourself, etc. Remember, if you don't start failing, you cannot improve. And at the beginning, whatever you will do will be shit. Like, except if you're like born with some talents, you will start with zero, at ground zero, like everyone. So guys, please, if you feel not confident enough, follow my journey, see my messy life. Like, even this year that I said like I will change everything, I failed right now. I mean, except if tomorrow I will win the lottery, etc. But I failed. But I keep going because I want to show up, going better and better and better, and show that we can improve. So guys, please, be yourself. No one is perfect. Keep doing the things you're doing, just improve them. But no worries about perfection, because perfection is just another way to not reach your goals. And well, keep doing, keep going, please.